There is blind justice, and then there is trading justice, so that you can finally afford to get that laser eye surgery. Not only will people find you more attractive once you ditch those old glasses, you'll be able to see your charts better. That's what we call win-win. Speaking of winning, it's time for a little trading justice. Brought to you by TackleTrading.com.
Welcome out to the Trading Justice Podcast presented by Tackle Trading. We got an absolutely special guest panel here for the podcast today. I believe we're on episode 116. Tim, it's going fast, but we got coaches Noah Davidson, Gino is going to be joining us, and one of our amazing guest students and assistant coaches over at Tackle, Dean Beckette. The big cat, Dean Beckette, back for us for round number, I believe this is now 5 there, Dino. But the podcast today, guys, is a little bit different. We decided since fantasy football is so big, it's a multi-billion-dollar industry out there. We were going to start our own fantasy stock draft. And so what we had Phil do, and some of these stocks I'm going to have to talk to Phil about later on, but what we had Phil do is find us 50 stocks out there. He broke it up in video games, department stores, gold mining, semiconductors, utilities, pharmaceuticals, packaged food, railroads. The one I got a question for Phil on is major banks. Some of the banks aren't that major. Major chemicals as well out there. And so we broke down a list of 10 stocks, and the entire rules are this. It's very, very simple. Which stock would you want to own first? Out of all these 50 stocks, what is your number 1 draft pick? What is your number 2? What is your number 3? And it's not from a day trading, a swing trading, a shorting. This is all long-term holding. We're thinking dynasty draft here, Tim, and this is something we're going to be doing once a year, and hopefully we can make it grow and grow and grow, and maybe we can become that next multi-billion-dollar company. Maybe if we could get people as excited about fantasy stock drafts as we get about fantasy football drafts, we can actually turn this country around. Tim, what say you?
Well, first of all, I love the format, love the contest, love what we're doing. The one thing I'll tell you, Matt, you're a little light on my end. Dean, you're a little bit hot. I don't mind that. I prefer Dean's picks tonight anyway. I think I'm gonna handicap Dean to be the foreseen second place. I'm definitely gonna win this draft. I don't mind Phil's pick.
You're gonna win this draft like you win the real
You suck.
If you draft like you did this year in your real fantasy draft, I'm not too worried, buddy.
Well, I'll tell you, the thing I love about Phil's picks, I gotta say this right now. If you've ever played fantasy football, at some point you got to take a kicker, and so it's okay that we have some unknown companies, or at least lesser known companies, I should say. Most of these are big names, but we don't have to have the top 50 stocks.
Tim, some of these kickers aren't even in high school yet.
Nothing wrong with it. I love the format, and we have created a draft order, Matt. By the way, it is going to be Coach Noah Davidson first. I'm going second. Dean is third. You are fourth, and Gino is fifth. No particular reason, but that's who showed up on what time in what order. So we're going to start with Coach Noah.
First of all.
Oh yeah, snake.
This is a snake
describe
draft.
What a snake is, Matt. Explain that.
Oh yeah, it's okay for those of you who do not understand what a snake draft is. A snake draft is Noah's going to draft first, Tim second, Dean third, Matt fourth, Gino fifth, and then Gino in round number 2 gets the first pick. I get the second, Dean gets the third, Tim gets the fourth. And so it makes it fair like that. So what Gino has is what's called the wraparound pick. Gino gets pick number 5 and pick number 6. And so Noah might get that first stock off the board, but then he doesn't get until the 10th stock. And so it makes it
okay, I get you.
In that capacity.
All right.
So once again, the rules are you can pick whatever company you want. It's a long-term stock. You can start in whatever sector you want. So Noah Davidson, your first pick on this board here, what is your number 1 draft?
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's go with, I'm going to go with something that pays a dividend there. Let's go with, I take that back. Let's go with, too many. Let's go with, Verizon. I'm going to go with Verizon for the dividend. Have no real hope of growth, but we're going for the dividend.
Right.
All right, Verizon.
You know, I got to be honest with you. I was ranking all my stocks in that little group there. Verizon was.
That's all it was. Pay the dividends. Not growing anywhere. You guys realize the market's going to crash, right? I'm just looking for something that's not going to die.
Gotcha.
Yes, I'm in full agreement.
All right. No, with Verizon off the board.
You know, just like in fantasy football, it's always safe to take a running back first. I'm going to take somebody who's in transportation that can really carry the load. In the railroads, I'm going to take Union Pacific, UNP. Put it down for me. Pick number 1.
That's a good pick, Tim. That was going to be my first pick, but you're going to force me to go to my second pick, and I'm going to go with a local, for me anyway, department store that actually has a pretty decent return policy. JWN, Nordstrom Stores.
It's highly questionable picks going on right now.
I know, it's highly questionable, but you know what? I'm going with the fact that I have been in the store, even in it doesn't matter what market, you know, up, down, sideways, there's always people in that store.
You know what that means, Matt, is that Dean's wife must spend a lot of money at
No. We hardly ever go there, but every time I've gone to the Washington Square Mall, which is where one of them is, there's people walking around.
They might not be buying things, but they are walking around there.
They might not be, but they're walking through.
Round number 1. I'm going to go with a company that is up 30% on the year so far in a down market this year. Pays a decent dividend. One of the only stocks that are actually in a bullish uptrend, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going with ATVI, Activision Blizzard from video games.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that was going to be my next pick, but you took that one. Nice.
Today. I knew you were going to pick Activision because you're still a World of Warcraft nerd deep at heart. You haven't played it.
Oh, that's why.
Hey, I figured there's 2 things that are absolutely recession-proof. It's booze and games. That's 2 things that are recession-proof. There you go. There you go. All right, Gino Poor. Let's see if you can join the pool.
God. Did they make Minecraft? Because that would also be my pick here.
Yeah, the Activision Blizzard is Minecraft. It's Neverwinter Nights, DDO, which is D&D Online, which is sick.
My pick, but okay, so it's got to be from this list, huh?
It's got to be the list.
Okay,
so start on pharmaceuticals, Gino.
Say again?
I think Regeneron is going to be your pick. I think it's a great pick.
Oh, no. I'll let you have that one. What we're going to do is we're going to go with Skywork Networks, SWKS.
Oh, Skywork Solutions. That's a good one, yeah.
They got one of the lowest pegs in the industry with 42% sales growth, which is the highest on this list. So, hello. Okay.
Used to be owned by Triquint Semiconductor, and then they split them back off.
Yep.
And then Triquint turned into Qorvo.
Oh, boy. So, he's the underdog right there. So I get the next pick, don't I?
Yeah, you do. You get the wraparound.
Oh, you're going to hate me for this one.
Take it.
MDVN.
Oh, Medivation, yeah.
Oh.
You know why?
That is
lowest peg on the list, 0.33 with 29% sales growth, and they're oversold, you guys. Hillary came down on this whole industry here, and they're going to bounce back when they realize that she don't know what she's talking about. She has no accomplishments. So,
okay, here's something I just realized. Gino came to play. All right?
He texted me earlier tonight going, so what are we doing here? What are we doing here? And all of a sudden he's like talking growth rates and peg ratios. And he came to be a player. He came to be a player.
You know what's funny is I'm like looking at this list going, okay, who are these companies? It's like, Sears Holding is still alive? Oh, my God. So, are we picking anybody going bankrupt is what I want to know.
Yeah. My pick, I'm going to take a company that is a great dividend-paying, great cover call company, doesn't make a dime long-term. You make it on dividends. I'm taking AT&T.
Oh, that's a good one. That's my next, Matt.
Now, how do we
we're going to let the voters win. We're going to let the voters pick, T. We're going to let the podcast listeners give us their winners on Twitter and over at Tackle Trading. We're gonna let the poll take it, and then we'll do a poll next week after everybody has a chance to listen to the podcast. We'll take a poll in the coaches show next week to see who likes it, who likes the draft class the best. So we got Dino, you're up.
Yeah, I know. I was just looking at while you were talking. I was looking. Gosh, I think I would really like to say that First Solar would be a good pick, but I think that Solar City is going to eat its lunch considering they just came out with a more efficient panel. Unfortunately, I keep looking at this other under the gold mining, and I'm going, I only recognize 2 there. And so I'm going to actually have to go with, because I think that since Noah already is saying that and I totally agree, we're in a bear market, gold has got to start making a turnaround. It did over the weekend, it was on Friday, wasn't it? The gold contracts were up at the beginning of the day and then slowly trailed off. But I think that there's going to be a significant rebound in gold, so I'm going to take GOLD.
Rand Gold. No, Gold Core. No, which one's that? Yeah, that's Rand Gold. Started slowing momentum. Okay, gotcha. Nice pick. Everybody's got to have a gold miner ones, I think, along the lines. Tim, you're up.
By the way, love the fact that Dean will just think out loud about everything he thinks about a company so that I can pick his stocks before he can next.
Yep.
That's great strategy, Dean. I'm going to go with, I'm going to rely on technical analysis, W pattern breakout. Give me Dow Chemical.
Dow
Chemical.
It was my favorite in that bunch, T. All right, Noah, you're up.
Noah's up. Noah's got the wrap pick.
He does got the wrap picks.
Here's another.
Yep.
Okay, you guys hear me okay? All right, I'm going to take Dominion Resources. Dominion off of the utilities.
I like that pick.
Mm-hmm.
And I am not in love with... I'm going to go with Kroger.
Yeah, you're taking another one of mine. I was going to take that one too because Kroger also owns Fred Meyer, which shortly after Fred Meyer which is a local big department store here in the Pacific Northwest, if anybody knows what that is. But I called it Freddy Kroger from then on, actually.
I don't think anybody...
You're still shocked.
I honestly...
Can I switch back now?
I don't think anyone under the age of 32 can know what Dean said. Yeah, he did. He picked Kroger.
Yeah, you know what? That was my pick, Kroger. But you know what, Noah? I picked it because I threw a dart and it landed on Kroger. So
see, I was picking it just because it wasn't JCPenney, and I wanted a retailer. So that was it.
We like to remember JCPenney. Did you see JCPenney in the news recently? I'm not saying they're gonna do anything, but they're probably the best performing stock in this sector so far.
JCP, actually, yeah, right, yeah.
The only way you guys...
Last time I saw a commercial from JCPenney, they were begging customers to come back.
All right, we got Tim.
First of all, the only way you guys could sound older is if you picked Woolworths. And
give us time. We can sound older.
Like JCPenney, Fred Meyer. I haven't been into a Fred Meyer since I was like 5 years old.
I have one that is like 3 blocks away. I go there all the time.
All right, I'm going to make a run on the chemical companies. Give me DD DuPont. I like it. I love the reversal at the bottom. Moving averages are flipping over. A couple of good green candlesticks in a row. And give me DD. I'm going to make a run on chemicals.
Yeah, I like that one. That was my pick. All right. We got who's next. Dino, you're next.
I'm up again. I'm looking. I think
Wait.
I'm going to take EA because I think that you have a very good point on Activision Blizzard that video games do well in a downturn.
Hey, it was my first pick for a reason.
You're right.
And you got the Christmas rally.
Yeah, I mean, I got JWN, so I got people going to Nordstrom. I got people thinking about gold rings, you know, all that good stuff.
All right, my pick, I am going to go with, I'm going to go railroad company. I like industry right now, especially in a bear market. I like this company. It's got a good P ratio, pays a decent dividend, just breaking out off a reversal pattern. I'm going to go with Canadian Railroad, Canadian National Railroad, CNI.
Canada.
CNI.
Get yourself
CNI,
babies, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness, you can't start this with strange brew quotes without including me, eh?
I found a rat in my beer.
Gino, your turn, brother.
Okay, so you took my EA. All right. Oh, boy, that's a hard one. Already got my biotech exposure, so let's go with a safety play. We're going to go with Smuckers, SJM. We're going to go with SJM.
Smuckers Jam,
it's,
right?
39% sales. Yeah, they are a staple.
They are, yeah.
First of all, can you guys tell me the difference between jam and jelly?
Jam has seeds in it, and jelly has the seeds removed.
There was absolutely no line on who was going to answer that question.
And preserves. And you know what?
Preserves less sugar.
Frankly, some of it looks like a really bad joke. That's all I can think of.
You got one more.
Oh, well, they're range-free and gluten-free and gay-friendly. Let's see. I'm going to go with... You know what? I'm going to take CELG. I'll take CELG off the map. I'll expose myself to that one.
You're starting to sound like a poster with Bud Clark on it. With that, has anybody seen the Bud Clark poster of, or the poster that says "Expose yourself to art"? Well, I know the person that is pictured in that photograph.
Listen, all I know, Gino Porter's heavily anti-Hillary Clinton right now.
First of all, Dean, could you have something to say that has anything to do with what Gino
but
just
she doesn't
said?
like jam?
Because the Bud Clark poster, I'm not understanding the reference there.
He said expose himself to biotech, and that triggered that thought in my head of exposing himself to something, you know?
My pick.
Sorry, what can I say?
Welcome to the Trading Justice podcast, where Dean is exposing himself.
Excuse me.
All right. Let's keep this on track here, guys. All right, my next pick, I'm going to go with I liked the Smuckers pick from Gino. I'm going to go with Campbell's Soup Company. I'm going to go with CPB. Love the uptrend. Staple Company. CPB.
It's a safety play. Yeah, definitely.
It is stable, yeah. Yeah, I'm looking.
I think you're telling where I think the market's going to go.
Yeah, sure, exactly. I think. Wow, what's left here? A good point, though, to have some railroad exposure. Let's take that KSU.
Kansas City off the board. That was my third ranked railroad.
We're going to knock down a few more of the railroads right now. Got a W pattern on Norfolk Southern. Pays a dividend. Good covered call play. NSC, light it up. Phil?
Oh. I don't know what that was.
I like that sound in the background.
We're going to go with a good safety pick right now. We're going with a good safety pick. Light up some railroads. Light this bad boy up. I don't know what is going on out there. That had to come from Dean. I'm just saying. Dean.
Oh, my son he's playing some video games in the background, but it's not that loud.
Oh, it's funny. No, bring him in.
All right. All right.
Comedy gold.
Yeah, go.
Noah's got the rat picks.
Yeah.
You guys hear me okay? I am going to go ahead and make a monopoly play and pull off the 2 remaining utilities. Both pay a dividend, and people will pay their utilities. They may stop paying for other stuff, but they'll pay those utilities.
PCG,
Duke and PCG.
Utility companies available.
I think we know where both Matt and Noah think the markets are going to go. You're buying all consumer staples and utilities.
We're safety, we're dividend, we're cover calls right now, guys. That's what we're doing.
All right. And my first gold pick of the evening here in our fantasy football draft for the Trading Justice podcast, RGLD, Royal Gold. W patter at the bottom. I need a breakout for this one to pay off, Matt. It's one of those guys that should go in the 7th. I'm taking him in the 5th. RGLD.
Should have won in the 8th.
Does defense win championships? I don't know.
Yeah. I hope if it breaks out of 50 on Royal Gold. You got hope. It's got a big P ratio even on a downtrend. I was not big on that one, T. Got to be honest. I think you reached.
It's a reach. We'll see if it pays off.
All right, Dino, you're up.
I think that I'm going to stay away from the semiconductors, the rest of the department stores. I think I'm going to go with the major chemicals this time because Prax Air also pays a dividend and they aren't terribly overpriced, I don't think.
PX off the board.
By the way, nobody's picked a bank.
Have you seen banks? Tim, I ranked every one of these sectors 1 through 5. They all got a 5 from me. Every single one of them.
Key Bank, yeah.
Well, I don't want that. I don't want that much exposure. That's too much exposure.
I think is it my pick? It's my pick, right?
Yep.
All right, I am going to go gold this time. I love gold. I think gold's going to do fine. And my number 1 gold company is still on the board right now. Based on a few different factors here, and it is not Gold Core. I'm going to go with Franco-Nevada Corporation. Nope, I'm kidding. AEM is my pick. AEM is my pick.
Hey, that was what you said first, man.
I like Rand Gold and I like Royal Gold better from a corporation perspective. I like the breakout that we're seeing on the other one, though, a little better.
Sure.
Interesting.
Gino,
wrap around, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, my turn already. Okay. Yeah, can we just stick with what we got and not pick any more of these guys?
Got to finish it out.
Oh, man, what's left?
That's
the
right.
Kickers. We got the bench warmers left. There's a bench warmers left. We'll take the first bank off there. I'll take CFG off the board. And that'll break the ice on the bank. Yeah, I don't want to be stuck with a couple of those that are on there, so I'll just take one of them now. And also, let's pick the last gold company. I'll take GG off there.
FNV is still out there. Franco-Nevada is still out there. I like GG better from a company perspective.
Oh, is it? Oh, hang on a second. That's on gold? It's not the last one? Oh, I had that one. Okay, actually, you know what? I'll take FNV. Like it better.
Still out there?
Yeah.
What's my
GG's
still 5th rated gold company, GG? I'm going to expose myself a little bit, as Dean would say. I'm going to expose myself a little bit to a little more aggressive. Not ultra aggressive, but a little bit more aggressive. I'm going to take a company that's been beat up a little bit, maybe a little bit of upper movement down the road. It's got a decent P ratio, decent PEG ratio, pays a 3% dividend, breaking out of $50 off of a reversal pattern right now. TXN, Texas Instruments.
Oh, that was my pick.
Yeah,
killing me.
That was a good one.
That was coming off the board soon. All right.
Wow. That's what's left. Jeez. You're almost forcing me to actually have to look at a chart now to figure out which one actually looks good enough.
Dino, if it helps you out, since your son is playing some video games in the background, he did add Nintendo to the list under video.
Hey.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Since that he is playing on Wii, so take that DFY out there.
Is everything left is going to the Canadian draft? I mean, what's going on here? CFL draft picks? I mean, come on.
All right.
Hey, man, you know what? You never know what could happen. Just considering this market, you, of all people, should know that you never know what could happen.
Right,
That's a lot of the question marks.
Just like Noah, utilities and railroads, I'm going to go with the monopoly theme. Give me the last railroad on the list, CSX. That way, if you land on them, I actually get to collect $100 a turn.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, last railroad off the board. And then, Noah, you got 2 on the ramp.
All right, I'm going to go with General Mills, GIS.
That was going to be my pick.
And then we'll go with QCOM because they actually own a stadium. I mean, normally I short stocks that own stadiums, but, you know.
Hey, why not? I got 8.
Why not? Whatever.
And because I'm the commodity guy, it's my pick. I'm coming back up. Love the picks, by the way, I'm making. I think if you're out there in podcast land and you're really listening and if you have a discerning ear, you know who's winning the podcast draft right now.
We can see the board. We can all see the board.
Excuse me.
I'm going to take a stock that has hit 3 bottoms in the last 2 months. It has a dividend, and Goldcore is that stock.
Take it.
Gold and railroads, mining companies and railroads. I'm going old school. This could have been the 19th century equity market draft, Matt.
Yeah, totally, man.
I think Jim's drafting this based on 1936. And he's acting like it's a great pick so far. If we could only go back 80 years.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, even Nordstrom.
All right, Dino, you're up.
You know what? Speaking of old stocks, and considering that Kramer was shouting about it, you know, a few days ago, it's bound to go up. I'm gonna take old JCP off of there.
I was gonna take it.
You know the Kramer effect's only good for like 2 days, right? Like 1 day and then drops.
Exactly. 2 days.
We'll see.
All right, my pick here. I am going to go with another food-based company. Give me some more safety. Give me a decent covered call. Good PE ratio. Not a good PE ratio, but still. I'm going to go with CAG, Niagara Foods. Gino, you're up, buddy.
What is Conagra Foods?
Oh, man. Slim Pickens. Wow.
What are you eating
we have
over
to
there,
pick all these, huh? Nobody's touching the banks. I want to know why. Why is nobody touching the banks?
Have you looked at them?
Yeah, I took the only good one out of there because I didn't want to be stuck with the rest of them. Yeah, let me see here. Yeah, I had to definitely reach on that one. You know what? I'm going to go with, on the major chemicals down there, I'm going to take APD. And, God, what is left? Did you not take ConAgra?
I did, yes.
It's still on the board.
No,
okay,
I took ConAgra. There's one more packaged food, ADM, though.
ADM. Let me see, that's a tough one. And do I want more biotech? No. I don't want any of the stores. God, I'm stuck with, oh, 1 second here. On the semiconductors, shoot, I'll take, that's a hard one. You really, I have to pick one of these, huh? Yeah, I'll take Altera.
Altera's off the board. I was going to take the other one you didn't take. I'll take First Solar.
All right.
My first trades are made. First Solar. Still got good P ratio. Double bottom down around $40. Pulling off the board. You know, Tim, we still have 4 of the banks. We still have 3 of the pharmaceuticals.
Take all the banks, Tim.
I'm not drafting a bank. I feel like I can pick up a bank off the waiver wire, so I think
You can.
Gosh, man. I already have 2 games. I don't want to go any more into games. I think that I better take a pharmaceutical just because I need a high flyer of growth, so throw Regeneron on mine.
Regeneron off the board. Tim.
You know, I'm looking through these, and obviously you get to the end of the draft and you've got to kind of dig the bottom of the barrel. I think I'm going to take my first game company, and I'm going to take King. They make a lot of those app-based games like Candy Crush Saga and Pet Rescue and that kind of thing. Everybody's on their phone these days. I'm going to take King.
It's not King Digital isn't a bad one.
King's not bad.
You, Dean.
And Noah Davidson, you got 2 in a row, buddy.
All right, so let's go with Archer Daniel Midland and Key, K-E-Y. I'll take a bank.
Key Bank. You know, they just built a branch right.
Is it too late for me to? Is it too late for me to undo and pick up something else? I don't know.
All bad.
Maybe hasty decision. Oh well, go on.
All bad, brother.
Interesting.
Tim.
Yep, I'm looking through it. Don't like what I'm looking at. By the way, we've still got a couple of department stores, a few pharma companies. There's 3 banks left. What round are we in, Matt? How many more picks do we got?
You have 2 more picks left.
So I've got to take one. I don't know who this SNEJF is.
So,
I feel like I'm in my actual fantasy.
That's Sony.
That's
Sony, yeah, I think you're right, yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather have them than a trash bank. Give me Sony, Phil.
Yeah, much rather have them. They get leagues. They don't make money. I like it.
They're an Asian market, which is actually tanking like a...
Yeah. Great analysis there, T.
Wow. So if I take major chemicals, the last one, then at least I think I'm getting a dividend there.
It's a bad company, but you're not getting good companies this late in the draft.
No way, yeah.
Are we picking for shorts now, Matt, or is this long still?
Oh, man. It's getting ugly.
It's long, I think.
I think I would have won every fantasy draft I ever played if I could pick shorts. They should let you short sell fantasy.
Can we play with just like a few players short of a full roster? I think I've got a better chance if I don't have a full roster.
I think we only have to put 5 out there at a time. We don't have to play all 10. So these are like bench.
All right.
Yeah. Who's up? Gino, did you pick that the major chemical company? See?
Yep,
yes, I did. SEE. Yes, I took it.
So one of my last 2 picks. Do I have a department store?
If you don't take Macy's instead of SHLD, that's all I can say.
Oh, I don't have a department store. I have a semi. I don't have a pharmaceutical. Biotech, healthcare, again, slaughter. You know, I mean, you got to ask yourself, what if Hillary was wrong? I mean, Gino was reaching for this in round 2. I think I can reach for it in round 9. I'm going to take Vertex Pharmaceuticals. Gino, you got your last 2 picks, buddy.
Last 2! Oh! There's got to be some value in those banks. There's got to be. So let's see. Which one pays a dividend in there? FITB does 2.7. RF pays 2. They both pay 2.7. So I'm going to drop down to the best. I'm taking RF off the banks. One of the highest dividends there, and sales growth. What is that? I've already got enough. And you know what? It's between MTB and what is that? Macy's, the department store?
That's Macy's.
Macy's is the AM, yeah.
Oh, 1 second. Let me flip a coin here. So Macy's and MTB.
You can't win on that coin flip.
Yeah, we got it. We got MTB. I'm taking MTB. It's better than Macy's.
Bank. All right. There's one more bank on the board. One more bank on the board. Fifth and third Bank Corp has a nice D ratio of 11.88. Dividend pays out at 2.72%. Round 10. How could you pass up a dividend? I'll take FITB.
There you go.
Gino, there are 3 stocks left on the board. You have Sears Holding.
I guess I'm stuck with that last pharmaceutical because I already have 2 department stores.
All right. Take BMRN and Tim. What are you going with? Sears Holding. 2 department stores at the very end here. Sears
Holding.
Holding.
This is the great thing.
Or Macy's.
I've got Macy's and I've got Sears Holding, and whoever I take, Noah gets the other one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Sears Holding has been losing money consistently for a long time.
Yes, it has.
Macy's at least does still pay a dividend and has earnings that are profitable. I got to take Macy's off the board and lock it in.
There could have been good money on Sears Holding being the last company on the list.
Mr. Irrelevant, I got it.
Yes.
I was hoping you wouldn't notice. So yes.
Noah.
Everybody thinks
Hey, very quickly, I want everybody, starting with Noah, going on down. We'll just go down the draft list. Noah, Tim, Dean, me, Gino. Noah, why should the listeners of the Trading Justice podcast select you as the number 1 draft player?
Well, clearly coaching. I mean, got the best coach. You can get the best production out of those teams. We're allowed to hedge and stuff, right?
No, you can't buy put options.
we can't call it a scrap. We can't do anything to protect these. Come on, the way to London can buy some. We can get insurance on a quarterback's arm.
Covered calls and dividends are our insurance here.
All right. That's why they should pick me. Covered calls and dividends.
There you go. Tim.
Hey, listen,
your team.
I was told all you need is a good, strong starting 5, and so I came in here with a strategy. I said I want companies that pull stuff out of the ground, and then we're going to put it on a railroad, and we're going to ship it somewhere. So I've got a good theme to my team. We've got gold mining companies. We've got railroads. In fact, we've got 3 of them. I'm very happy about my core 5. The bottom 5 probably won't see the field unless somebody goes bankrupt, which is what we call going on IR.
Hey, listen, I love your philosophy here. We're going to pull things out of the ground. We're going to ship on the railroad. The problem is every one of your companies are in bearish downtrends. Every one of your companies have to have demand to actually drive their valuation.
Hey, we're not supposed to be trashing right now. You said we're pillars of positivity, Matt. Listen, we are pillars of positivity. You're supposed to say nice things.
I'm sorry. It was just too easy. Too easy. All right, Dino.
Why I should be selected? Because I'm the underdog, because I'm an assistant coach, that's why.
Terrible reason. Okay, mine.
You're like Gary Busey on Dancing with the Stars.
There was a little girl who has a little girl right in the middle of the forehead.
Trying to get what Dean just did out of my head. My entire philosophy was I wanted low P ratios, covered calls, dividend-paying stocks. I wanted the best uptrends of the 50 stocks. I do believe I have it. Good diversification. Didn't go too aggressive on. I think I got good value for every pick. And Gino.
Wow, I was actually looking over. Somebody spelled ALTR wrong on one of my picks down there, but I'm looking at. I had my top 10 picks already before the show. I threw it through my special magical screener, filtered it out, washed it down with a little bit of hand cleaner, put a little bit of bacteria killer on it. It came out clean, and guess what? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the 10 that I wanted on my list. And guess what? I'm not going to tell you which ones those are, but it's not the bottom 3.
Of course you're not going to tell us which ones.
I got 6 of the 10 I wanted.
Wow.
I came into making you guys think that, you know what, you got to go for biotech. Tricked you guys into buying the biotech and the gamers and the dividend players, and you avoided my picks. So thank you very much, guys. I got the ones I wanted. Just don't take the last 4 of my.
You got your pharmaceuticals in a bear market. You did get those. All right, guys.
Yeah.
This is not the fifth third you're looking for.
Gino, did you practice that talk in the mirror before you came on the show?
Yeah.
Really make sure it was convincing?
Oh, yeah.
You know, Jim.
Good work, Noah.
None of us actually
practice
do what you just said. None of us do. But you guys been listening to the Trading Justice podcast presented by Tackle Trading. This was year 1 of the fantasy stock draft. We're going to be doing it every year. We'll certainly get better at it. You guys, when Phil posts this, go out there and check out our picks. Look at the see who won. Go out to Twitter at Tackle Trading, at Trading Justice. Tell us who you think won the fantasy draft. Sears Holding will not return next year, Phil, and neither will any of your bank companies and a few of the other ones, as producer Phil was talking in the background there. Guys, it's we're on podcast number 116. We want to bring all the Tackle Trading members, coaches out here to come out there and have some fun. Hope you enjoyed the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back later on with another podcast coming in 117 down later this week. If you like what we're doing over there at the podcast and over there at Tackle Trading, go over to tackletrading.com. Check out Gino Porter's scouting report called the Options Report, Noah Davidson Scout Report, Tim Justice Commodity Report, my Forex Report. Every single week, getting out there, kicking ass, taking names, making money, helping you guys change lives one trade at a time. Trading Justice, Tackle Trading, we're out.
You've been listening to the Trading Justice podcast. If you've enjoyed yourself and think that the conversations and topics we've covered are important, help spread the word. Give us your feedback. 5 stars on iTunes, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter. The Trading Justice podcast is proudly sponsored by TackleTrading.com. Get off the sidelines and get in the game.